War is never a lasting solution for any problem. War means violence that begets new violence. We know destructive war yields negativity in our surrounding, loss of life, etc. Wars give nothing but make our life full of struggle. Hello, good morning and welcome to one another video where I will discuss a lesson named The Address, authored by a Dutch writer named Marga Minko. This lesson has been taken from this book, Snapshot, the second chapter. Before I begin with the story, I want to inform you about the writer. After you learn about her, you will be able to realize the story, and obviously the fact that to what extent war inflicts pain and suffering on humans. The author Marga Minko is a Dutch journalist and writer. This name is her pseudonym. Her real name is Sarah Menko. Surname Menko, M-E-N-C-O. Menko got changed to Minko, M-I-N-C-O, accidentally by an official, but thereafter she continued with this surname. She was born in March 1920 in Netherlands to an Orthodox Jewish family. 1920, that means now she aged 100 years old. It was the time of World War II. In the Second World War, her country suffered German invasion of the Netherlands in May 1940, and even before the proclamation by the occupying forces of anti-Jewish measures. At that point of time, she was fired from her job by the order of the newspapers. She was a journalist, you know that. By the newspaper's German sympathizing board. Later in the war, her parents, brother, sister, all were deported. She escaped arrest, spent the rest of the war hiding. The writer was the family's only survivor. She received a new name, Marga Face, the first part of which she continued to use. You know Sarah Menko to Marga Face. So this name Marga she continued, to use at later point of time as well. So thus Sarah Menko has become Marga Menko to Marga Minko. Now you people have seen how she has suffered the war. The same thing, this chapter actually portrays beautifully, the chapter portrays beautifully the personal experience, hence we can apply to the universal aspect as well. Now, so students, you will find that the story poignantly depicts her personal miseries and also renders a universal representation of the ill effects, negative impact or consequences of war. Let me proceed now with the theme of the lesson. The address depicts pathetic, miserable and chaotic situation and suffering when people suffer war. This is a story of humans' grief, pain, loss, agony due to a human inflicted reason, that is war. It gives a poignant account of mental and emotional pain and torture what survivors feel post-war. Each and every time people suffer from war. If it is post-war, you take example from pre-war, during war, every time. The story depicts unfathomable grief and suffering due to during and post-war. It's a story of self-actualization too. This was the thematic content. This one will be followed by the summary or synopsis of the text. and hence explanation of extracts along with analysis, difficult words and their meanings. No discussion of questions, as this chapter has been taken from supplementary reader. At the beginning of the story, now the synopsis. At the beginning of the story, we see a daughter who is a war victim returns to her native place, Holland, with a purpose and hope that to bring all her mother's belongings back. The daughter suffers losses, even she has lost her mother. Out there, she searches the address as she was asked by her mother. When they were forced to leave their native place, author's mother had to leave all her belongings behind. Couldn't take anything with them. She gave all her valuable possessions to a woman called Mrs. Darling to keep all those safe, and thought that Mrs. S, author, the name of author's mother. Author's mother thought that they would take all their belongings back once everything was sorted out, and after war. That's why she asked her daughter to remember the address. The address is house number 46, Marconi Street. On searching, she reaches the address she is supposed to, but doesn't receive a warm welcome. It seems that the woman who opens the door is not happy to see her, hasn't even shown any sign to recognize her, but she notices that the woman wearing her mother's green knitted cardigan. She gets to be sure about the address then. However, later Mrs. Darling hasn't denied the fact of knowing writer's mother, but hasn't entertained her and closes the door on her. On the way to station, the author starts thinking about her bygone past. She learned about Mrs. Darling and came to know that she was her mother's old acquaintance. One day, the lady turned up to their house. At that point of time, author's mother was worried of her precious belongings. Mrs. Darling won her confidence and suggested to hand over all the precious belongings to her for keeping all those safe. Mrs. S, the writer's mother, thankfully accepted her offer and handed over all her antiques, silver cutleries, vases, crockeries, etc. to the lady. The narrator, that is the author, was home for a few days. After a couple of months, she noticed the change in the room. Her mother, Mrs. S, was surprised by the writer's keen observation. It was then when the author's mother informed her about Mrs. Darling. Mrs. S told the narrator that the lady promised that she would return all the belongings to them, though she didn't receive any assurance from this lady. So the next day, once again Mrs. Darling, a woman with broad back, turned up to their house. Whenever author was also there at that point of time, she turned up to take suitcase full of their belongings. Narrator's mother introduced the lady to her daughter, told, "See, this is Mrs. Darling. She lives in Marconi Street, house number 46. And she asked her daughter to remember the address because they were supposed to collect all those their valuable possessions back. So Mrs. S asked her, the narrator, that means the author, to go and take later at time, to go and take all these things back. Now, that means now the war is over. At present time, the war is over. That is why she has come to the address to find her mother's possessions and take back all. Upon her next visit, first visit, Mrs. Darling closed the door on her. She hasn't even, entertain. So this was the way she was unwilling to let her into her house. So upon her next visit to the address, Mrs. Darling asked, that means the author, to come back once again. So that is why this was her second visit. So upon her next visit, to that particular address, writer rings the doorbell. Mrs. Darling wasn't there at home. Her daughter answers the door. She lets her in and asks her to wait in the living room. In the passage, author has noticed their Hanukkah candle stand. In the living room, she felt it horrified as she gets to see all her mother's belongings, but all those arranged in a tasteless manner. The room she is in has a damp and muggy smell. She starts feeling uncomfortable. Everywhere she can see, in the passage, in the living room, everywhere she can see their valuable possessions, her mother's valuable possessions. She feels that the things are so familiar, but the atmosphere is so strange. She can see her mother's things, cutlery, tablecloth, where there was a burn mark on it, teapot, cups and saucers, etc. Things surround her, she knows, but the room she doesn't know. She feels oppressed. That has made her feel oppressed, suffers from a chaotic emotional state of mind. All of a sudden, she feels disinterested to take all her mother's possession back. She is ready to leave. Feels she doesn't need to remember the address anymore, because the objects that were linked to her memory instantly have lost their value in meaning to her once all these are severed from them. You know that mother's belonging, but by that time, at that point of time, mother was no more in her life. She has lost her mother. So she felt that these objects also, these possessions also, somehow has lost its meaning and value to her in her life. So she has resolved to forget the address. She doesn't want to remember the address anymore. Now, we notice this lesson portrays intricate emotions of humans and the ill effects of war. Intricate emotions in form of the way the author was going through, the different states of mind. At one point of time, she wanted to get all those back as per her mother's instruction. Mother was no more in her life, and whenever, upon reaching over there, finding the address, reaching over there, seeing the things in a different way, the things are familiar, but the atmosphere, the surroundings were so unfamiliar. She felt it quite uncomfortable. She felt it so much disturbing in her mind. She felt it so oppressing. And that is why all of a sudden she forgot about all the materialistic value of the things. She resolved to forget the address. No more she wants all these things in her life. So, dear students, that's all about the summary. Now in my next video, I will explain extracts and analyze the chapter. This will be followed by discussion of difficult words with their meanings. Till then, take care. Allow me take leave. Stay safe, stay secure. Bye.